So let's see if anybody comes on here, and we'll see a train for you all. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get the train from the on Route 133 over there. If not, we'll get a good angle from over here. Looks like the train's already here. Hey there, Smart Trip guy, how you doing? I heard the announcement for the train. So yep, should be coming right now. Try and make up the stairs if I can, but if not, I'll catch them down here. So yeah, we're just hanging out right now in Mount Kisco. Looks like I'll make it upstairs in time. So yeah, I'll try to see if I can catch the 3 trains here, but it is very cold, so I may or may not catch the 3 trains here, but we'll definitely try to catch a few. No elevator, obviously, since it's outdoors. Yeah, so I never actually rail fan from up here before. And plus, it's a nice view up here. Hey, Josh, how are you? Thanksgiving was very good. I hope. How was yours? Mohammed Sonic Boom's here. How are you? And Tri-State Rail Fan, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Yeah. So, for those who just tuned in, I had to drop my sister off here for something. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna see if I can catch a few trains here, since I'm like right here. But yeah. I'll turn the camera around. There I am. Hi, everybody. So yeah, right now we're in Mount Kisco. Not yet, but I will be soon. Don't worry, Mohonic Sonic Boom. I'm more of like a Christmas in December and only December type of guy. Like any time of the December, but you know, everyone's different. Oh yeah. Oh, it's another M3. Look at that. They're actually running M3s on weekends now. That's awesome, because I caught one here at Mount Kisco a couple weeks ago. Wow, that's neat. And actually, it was around this time last time I caught this M3 as well on the Harlem line. Hey, Treemaster, how are you? So this is all part of the routine schedule for running M3s. That's like totally awesome, everybody. M3. This is the model train train that's going through the Bud M3 EMU car. Oh, you're in Amsterdam at the moment? That's sick. That's a place I would love to get to at some point. I hope you're having a blast up there. A lot of freight trains go through there. And I actually rode through there this past weekend when going to Syracuse by Amtrak. No, M3 and Metro North, they're going to be up for another couple years. Since the M9s are still being delayed for Metro North, they haven't even started it yet. So there's at least 2 more years of the M3 running in full service on Metro North. And they normally don't run them on weekends, but it looks like this past schedule has been running them on weekends. This is the second time I caught one here on a weekend, so yeah. And I think on Long Island Railroad, they have like a few sets left too, since the M9 project got pushed over because of the, you know, the thing, so. No, that's not any particular reference. I'm just not trying to say the specific word since, you know, YouTube might strike it or something. So yeah, I'm just trying to avoid getting struck down by YouTube. Matt, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And my Thanksgiving was very good so far. I actually got 2 more coming up. And I already attended 2. How about you? Nolan just texted me just now. I'll try to get back to him soon. You just caught Amtrak train 63 with 714 leading. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Is that Maple Leaf? Good to hear, Neil. I'm doing very well, too. Oh, the wind finally stopped. It actually feels warm now. So, yeah. I'm actually having a part 2 Thanksgiving tonight. Oh, that's cool. Good to get to... I'm so really excited right now, guys. I'm sorry. Good to get together with all your family this year, especially since last year, a lot of us didn't, so... Yeah. So far, on Thanksgiving Day, I actually spent it with my girlfriend Lisa. She's doing well, by the way, guys. And yesterday, I went to my parents' friend's Thanksgiving. And yeah, and then I'm going to one today and one more tomorrow. So yeah, it's been full of Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's awesome for sure. Okay, so it's classified as Empire State still. Is it because they can't run to Canada right now? Because I noticed they're only running as far as Niagara Falls, New York, and on the corridor by Saratoga. I noticed they're only running to Rutland. Yeah, not in Montreal, still suspended. Oh, Amtrak's still not doing the extra trains? That's so strange. I mean, last year I could see why. I thought they'd be back this year. That definitely stinks. Wow, that's too bad. Maybe they'll be up for Christmas for all we know. I mean, probably not, unfortunately, but wouldn't that be something, though? That would actually be very cool. Absolutely, Josh. It absolutely ruined it. Yeah. Especially since a lot of demand's back for Thanksgiving travel. It's too bad they're not doing the extra trains. You saw P32 Justice 211? That's cool. Yesterday, I'll tell you a story. Yesterday, Metro North, actually the day before too, Danbury branch directs were actually running. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to go out and do all the way to New Haven line and get them because of what was going on. But yeah, Metro North ran a train to Danbury at 12:24, and then the 3:50 holiday train at yesterday. So yeah. Wassaic branch is still only 4 total on weekdays, 2 southbound, 2 northbound. Yeah. And unfortunately, guys, the lease for the virtual railfan camera at South Norwalk is going to expire on Tuesday. So if you haven't checked out that feed, I highly recommend it. It's a great camera, lots of action, especially on a weekday. Camera signs off at 11:59. Not permanently, but it will be at least a couple months from what I understand until that camera goes back on. So yeah. And also, there's another stream if you want to see the P32s. The Fairport virtual railfan's a good place to catch them. Now, I have a question for all you rail fans right now. Because of the Amtrak service being suspended to Toronto and all that stuff, is the only set of P42s operating on Lakeshore Limited on Amtrak right now, at least near the Empire Corridor? I noticed because the train on my way back from Syracuse was normally a P42, but it was ended up being a P32 because Maple Leaf usually comes with a P42 out of Niagara Falls. Jeeps Tube saw a CM a while ago. Okay. Yes, I am. I am wearing a BNSF Railway hat. My cousin actually gave it to me. That's cool. That's your favorite. So in Syracuse, I was actually out there attending a conference. And it was a lot of fun. I also went to Destiny USA. I did catch a freight train out there. But yeah. And we actually attended the conference just in time too, so it sounds like we're already being told that some things might start to close down already. So I'm like, we went there at like perfect timing. Yeah. But it was a fun conference. I'm glad I got to go up there. We rode the Amtrak up there because it was most efficient. But get this though, guys. I'm going to tell you a funny story. I'll turn the camera for this. I'm not going to obviously disclose any people here. But I knew of some people that actually flew through Baltimore to go up to Syracuse, which makes no sense at all. And me and my mom were like, no, we're going to take Amtrak. It's most efficient since we don't have to worry about the hustle through the airport, plus it doesn't put a burden on our cars. So yeah, especially if like, for Amtrak, if you're going to like regional type places like Syracuse, even DC from here, Amtrak's the best way to go. It really is. But yeah, I was like, why would you go through Maryland just to go back up to Syracuse? But yeah, we rode the Amtrak all the way to Syracuse. We got on at Croton Harmon for the conference. I didn't really have enough time to do a full rail fan trip, but I still managed to catch a freight train before I went home, like on a platform. That video should be coming up within the coming days. I'm not gonna put it in my massive queue at the moment, so. Yeah, there is a Chicago to DC train. That's the Cardinal, I think. I'm trying to remember which one's which. I think that's the Cardinal. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I mean, I know that also goes to New York, but yeah. So yeah, this Home Goods over here actually used to be Party City. They actually completely demolished the building. Now it's where Borders and Modell's used to be. Mitchell Kelly, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Saw a freight train at GOA during Christmas. Gotta film it. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah. I think the next train's supposed to be like 12:13. So yeah, well basically we'll be chatting throughout the majority of the stream unless something interesting happens to go through here. If I remember the pattern from a couple weeks ago correctly, the next set should be an M7A no matter what. Oh, that was just a mask announcement that they play like every like 15 minutes here. Yeah, I would have let you guys know what it was if it wasn't that way. So yeah. I gotta get out here on a weekday at some point, especially with the P32s are running to get another update at Mount Kisco. It's been 3 years, actually, since I last got a rail fanning video here. Exactly. That actually would be really funny if they did put an elevator here, but obviously anyone in a wheelchair would just walk around this hill. Yeah. A lot of the leaves are finally coming down, as you can see, which is actually interesting to see how this many leaves this late in the season, because it was actually quite warm up until now this fall. So yeah. I don't know if you guys saw, I actually did go into the sketchy parking garage in Syracuse, but the elevator was broken. How about that? And yes, the video is up of the broken elevator. So yeah, I remember some of y'all were just like, hey, you should totally just go in it anyway. I did, and yeah. It just, like, what a coincidence, like, for the, that parking garage to not maintain their elevator properly. Who knows how long that elevator could have been out of service for. Yeah, the elevator was broken. It was a Schindler RT traction. Genesee Trains and Elevators does have a video of it. India, first ever country in the world, it's just double stack. It was hauled by electric. Really? That's pretty cool. That's true, though. India does have a lot, usually operates electric, though. Like a lot of the trains in Europe and Asia do. But that's really cool. The first double stack that ran out there, which is even better. So, yeah. So yeah, afterwards, I actually did go to the parking garage next door, which had a working Dover, but I only took one ride on it because I wanted to get to Destiny before I ran out of time. So yeah. Overall, it was quite an amusing experience. Not sure yet. I'm honestly aiming to get somewhere on the Harlem line on a weekday soon. But yeah. Because weekdays when the good stuff on the Harlem line goes through. I got Bronxville earlier this semester. And yeah, also because I'm in community of the campus this fall. So yeah, I'll talk because of copyright. Talk. Yeah, isn't WMG amazing, y'all? All right, now we're away from copyright music. DC electric now, AC electric. Okay. Ooh, look, we got some impatient drivers over there. I think it was that guy that was being impatient. But yeah, that would be really interesting if something were to happen at this intersection right here. Why not? Since we don't have any trains to watch them, maybe we should watch the cars go by. This is the Route 133 intersection for Kisco Avenue and Maple Avenue. I want to play that game so bad. Oh my gosh. Been really ready for that game, Mario Party Superstars. Like forever to play that game. It's on my Christmas list this year. It's all retro, which makes that game so cool. But yeah, I'm definitely ready for Superstars. Yes, Wigwag Railroad Crossings are really cool, Neil. I live nowhere near them, unfortunately, but I would love to see a Wigwag Railroad Crossing someday. Those are really cool. I don't think anybody's filmed them in like ages, though, which is weird. Probably because they're not terribly common in the United States, but still. I got a little well, not trivia, but I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Because railroad crossing lights are supposed to be represented as a stop sign, do you... Nice message. Anyways, I'll repeat the question. Because railroad crossing lights are supposed to symbolize a red light at a traffic intersection, do you guys believe, with that in mind, gates at railroad crossings are necessary? Let's see what y'all think. Smart Truck Guy says yes. All right. Sure. So, you know how railroad crossings lights, when the flashing red lights are on, they are supposed to symbolize a red traffic light just like the one over here. It's basically the same deal on a railroad crossing. Knowing that in mind, do you think gates at the railroad crossings are still necessary? That's the question. Cannon says people dodge crossing gates all the time. Without gates, who know what would happen? Okay. Most busy crossing gates require have gates. That's true. In that case, yes. Yes, because it's still history, because one of the train hits the car, truck is still on the track. Okay. Alright, so we got some good answers here so far. Now I'll tell you all what I think. So personally, even though I love seeing the gates, I personally think that they're not necessary, and here's why. You're supposed to stop at the white lines before the crossing in the first place, and plus, if the lights are going off in the first place, you shouldn't even be driving over the railroad crossing. I'm not talking about you start crossing and then halfway you go across, the lights turn on. That's a different story. But people should be stopping before the lights at the railroad crossing, no matter what, in the first place. And yeah, and the reason why I think like that is because we don't see gates at like traffic lights here. That's just what I think, but you all have very legit and valid points. And you're all correct, by the way. That's what I think. Here's another question, though. For people that are just like, oh, I'm in a hurry, and go and drive around the gates, would you like to see penalties such as license revocation? Not suspension, revocation. Personally, I would love to see that, because then that would be a huge hit on people who just go around the gates because they don't want to wait, you know, because they took a huge life risk, and it's just so dangerous. And if you go around the lower gates and you get hit, it causes massive delays on trains, like with shipping, people trying to go around, trying to get from place to place on passenger trains. 2 yeses so far. All right, let's see if anybody else. And yes, this does exclude people who begin to cross, but the lights don't go on until they get like at least halfway through. Like basically they didn't know until then. Rail accuracy is nice. Let's see if anybody else says. Because yeah, like there needs to be more measures at railroad crossings for people going around the gates. It's just too big of a problem right now, and it's completely preventable. There is the rare case of like someone truly breaking down on the railroad tracks, which is possible, but like 95% of the time, those cases are just people who are impatient, just want to go around the gates because they don't want to wait. So yeah, but yeah, it seems like you all are on board. Love to see something like license revocation if you go around the gates, and it's just common sense. Which is actually surprising if you think about it. I'm surprised we don't see cameras at railroad crossings. Have you guys noticed that? At least with a lot of them. Look at cameras taking pictures of the license plates and then mailing tickets and points. Because, you know, the police can't always be at the scene. They would enforce it if they were there, but they can't always be there. So, yeah. Tiger Boy 17, how are you? Metro, how are you doing today? So yeah, that would be interesting to see what development see is more cameras taking pictures of violations like they would at a traffic light. Oh, Missouri has a couple of them. That's good. We need more of those around. Ironically, even though New York, New Jersey have the busiest passenger railroads in America, we don't see that anywhere around here, which is weird. Illinois Railway Museum. Oh, there's a wigwag at Illinois Railway Museum? Oh, that's cool. Even Amtrak Acela. Oh, that's cool. Sounds like that museum has some neat stuff. All right, it's currently 12 o'clock. We should be seeing 2 more trains here in a few minutes. Now that it's 2 trains, maybe we'll ride an elevator. How's that sound to you guys? And then we'll end the stream afterwards. Oh, I thought you meant like an exhibit about the Acela. My bad. But yeah, it's true because the Acela operates completely on electricity. Overhead electricity in this case. Aaron, how are you? Welcome to the stream. It actually is true. Boston to DC is the Acela route, because that's the electric territory in the United States. There are some more electric trains besides that, but still, for Amtrak, that's their only one they utilize electric trains on. I'm doing very good. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, they're currently in the works of replacing the current Acelas with new ones. They're still testing the first set. But yeah, I think that's supposed to come out very soon, though. Though, if they do a fan trip, though, at some point, I would love to try to get to it. Yeah. Like when the old Acela retires. It looks like people are getting ready to get on this next train, because I see people getting ready to on the platform. That would actually be interesting, but they would the Siemens Chargers would have to have a third rail set if they're going to replace the P32s, because the P32s were designed to get into places like Grand Central and Penn Station where they need third rail electricity to get into them. So if they came out with a model of Siemens Charger that had a third rail shoe, that would be perfect to replace the P32s later on. But there's no model of idea yet for that at the moment. But that would be an easy way if they ever need to replace the P32s, which could be coming in within like the next 10 years, since they have been running for a long time. Started driving for DoorDash yesterday, and for me, oh, that's good. No, that's great, Aaron. And that's especially a great way to start making money for sure. Especially if you like driving around. That's great. Oh, I hope you continue to have fun with that. Siemens versus Alstom, yeah. Siemens, I gotta say, they do make some attractive locomotives. They really do, and I love the horns on them. They sound epic, even during the winter times where they don't sound nearly as epic. They still sound good. Like, their ACS 64 is beautiful. Love the ACS 64. Rail fair in Hampton in September. Oh, that's cool. In September, where it's still summer. Yeah, summer on the Montauk branch, you got a lot more action there. Because you got a lot of shore travelers getting to those areas. That's awesome. Oh, Hampton, New Jersey. Okay. Not sure where in New Jersey that is. But yeah, that's still cool no matter what. Yes, their horns are awesome. They sound really good. They have great horns on all their trains, really. The ACS 64 and the Chargers, they have excellent horns. Oh yes, that Honda Accord horn on a train. That'd be really funny. Speaking of which, how's the Accord doing, by the way? If you don't mind me asking. Needs to put third rail through the whole Harlem and Hudson lines, because some P32 trains from Grand Central, Passaic, and Poughkeepsie. Yeah, true, because if they wanted to just get rid of them entirely without diesel, though at the same time, the diesel is what makes everything cool on Metro North, really. Yeah. And plus, right now, they actually wouldn't really be able to do that, because even if they electrified the Wassaic branch and the Hudson line up to Poughkeepsie, they still have ground platform stations that you need to climb a set of stairs to get on the train. And the M7As and the M3s do not have stairs available to them for that, so it wouldn't really work. Yeah. Whereas the P32s, they have stairs on them where they can use for people to just walk up onto the train from a low-level platform. Oh, that's good that the catalytic converter got fixed and 200 miles yesterday like a champ. That's good. And 254,000 miles, that's a lot. But if it's still holding up nicely, that's awesome. It just shows you these Japanese car companies really make really good cars. Like, they just make some solid cars. Like Honda, Toyota, even Subaru sometimes, but yeah. Still, 254,000, that's awesome. So yeah, anyways, back to the diesel and electric trains. They wouldn't really, unless they put they found a way to integrate stairs into the M7As and the M3s, electrification on the Hudson and Upper Harlem lines wouldn't work. And also the Danbury and Waterbury branches too, because Merritt 7's a ground level station, and they have a Derby Shelton, that's a ground level station too. I think Waterbury branch has the most, but yeah. Runs amazing, and it still runs like clock. Minimal repairs over the few years. Well, obviously, yeah, because that's not the car's fault. Was done completely by a human. But yeah, if that's the case, other than that, that's great. Watching from RDU. Oh, that's great. They have a great airport observation lounge, by the way, RDU Airport, for all you plane enthusiasts out there. Geefster Real Fan, how are you? So yeah. Alright, the next train should be here within 5 minutes. Actually, there's supposed to be 2 of them within like 7. 12:13 and 12:15. So yeah, once these 2 trains get through here, we'll ride an elevator in one of the places, and then we'll end the live stream from there. Probably Westchester House at Home. How's that sound for you guys? So there's a Grand Central train coming through here, and a Southeast train, which is going north, by the way. It's not a southbound train. Southeast, the northernmost station on the line. Go figure. Unless you're riding the Wassaic branch, then Southeast is the southernmost station on the line. So yeah. And of course, if you're riding the direct, Southeast is like kind of the middle station. Because Southeast is not the last stop. It goes continue on to Wassaic. So yeah. That would be nice if they had 3 tracks up here, but there's not enough demand where they would need that. Like, if they were running Wassaic trains like all day, every day, like the Hudson, then yeah, 3 tracks would make sense here. But since that's not the case, that's why there's only 2 tracks up here. Then when you go up to Wassaic, there's only 1. And before the thing came along, there actually used to be 8 Wassaic trains, 4 down to Grand Central in the morning, and 4 back up to Wassaic in the afternoon, evening. But yeah, even with that wouldn't be enough service to add a 3rd track here. So yeah, I mean I missed the 4 trains, but 2 is better than 0 from AM and PM at the because we were waiting for that Wassaic direct service to return for a very long time. So yeah, it's great to see it back at least. I do hope they make it to 4 down and 4 back, but until then, this is great to see it back. So yeah. Anyways, what else is there? So, oh yes, that was a lot of fun. Seeing Big Butt Bear get blown away at Breakneck Ridge Station. Manitou Return is definitely on the list, don't worry guys. So yeah. Freight train action. Oh yeah, you can see the freight trains from there. So yeah, this next train should be coming here in a minute or two. But yeah, for CSX, even though the river line does go through like Bear Mountain, when you get like west of Schenectady, there's a lot more because two CSX branches, one that goes off to Boston, towards Boston, and all the action from all the action from the CSX River Line, they all merge, and there's Amtrak, so there's a lot more upstate. So yeah, speaking of upstate, so for a lot of New Yorkers, especially if you live in New York, Westchester, we do not actually consider upstate, and quite a few counties too. And especially since I know a lot of people from out of state think anything outside New York City is considered upstate. It's different from people to people. The general agreement basis is like Westchester, Rockland, Putnam counties are considered like metropolitan New York City. My dad considers like beyond Orange County upstate. Honestly, I consider parts of it upstate, but closer to like Westchester and Rockland counties, not so much. So yeah, parts of Orange County consider upstate, and like anything north of Dutchess is upstate. At least that's what I consider. It varies from person to person, but yeah. Oh yeah, that's like right there. So yeah, definitely upstate Poughkeepsie. And she lived in Poughkeepsie for a long time. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, just a little bit of stuff to let you all know about. Yep, here comes an M7A. But yeah, people who consider upstate, it does vary across New York. I'll get it from the angle. I don't really like the ceiling version view, to tell you the truth. I like seeing when I film trains, I like to see the body of the train like you guys are seeing now. Because I don't know why, I just don't really like the ceiling only versions of rail fanning videos. That's just me. I know they're very popular, but yeah, when at least I film, I like to get the body of the train. Not today, but earlier this year I was at Dover Plains with Garden State Railfan. Someday I gotta ride back up to Wasaga. It's been years since I rode the Harlem line up there. So yeah, there should be one more train coming here with like the next 2 minutes. Not sure, to tell you the truth, if another M3 is coming through here or not. But we'll see. It's possible, especially if M3s on a weekend schedule are starting to become routine at this point. Which that was something I was totally not expecting. Yeah, he's going to Grand Central Terminal, making stops at Chappaqua, Pleasantville, Hawthorne, Valhalla, North White Plains, Harlem, 125th Street, and Grand Central. I basically have the entire Metro North map memorized in my head. Because I love playing around with maps, you know? Maps are fun. A lot of the trains, Southeast trains, at least in the new schedule, are also stopping at Hartsdale, Scarsdale, sometimes even Crestwood. Here comes the next train. Not all of them, but quite a few of them are. And if you're connecting, the stops include Patterson, Halling, Elm Valley, Wingdale, Dover Plains, 10 Mile River, and Wassaic. Going to Irvington. Have a great trip. Hudson Line's always good on a weekend. So he's headed up to Southeast. Alright, let's go ride an elevator and then we'll call it a stream. So yeah, that was fun. So yeah, that was fun just watching a few trains. And thank you all for joining me too, that was a lot of fun. Not today, there's no P32s running, at least on this portion of the Harlem line on weekends. If there's any P32s at all, they're all on the Harlem line, they're all up in Southeast Yard or Wassaic Yard. The only, yeah, I know there's they've been running a couple shuttles on the Danbury branch, but they do not go to Grand Central on a weekend. Even Deadheads don't go to Grand Central on a weekend. Daisy train. If Princess Daisy came up with a train, I would love to ride it. It'd be a sassy train too, if you think about it. Because she's that type of princess. No one wasn't at P32. Oh yes, of course you'll see the P32s at Irvington. Yeah, and 223 should go through there today. If it's on the Hudson line. It might still be at one of the yards on the Harlem or Danbury lines. But yeah. Yeah, BL20s are running up all the way there. Especially to Southeast, yeah. From Wassaic, of course. Oh, I should get this crossing before the light changes. That makes everything easier. Whew. Made it with 0 seconds to go, and I'm already here. With these Daisy jokes. No, I'm very anti-jaywalk. Made it just in time. So yeah, over here a long time ago, there used to be a Subway. Actually, all the Subways in Kisco closed. There was 2 of them at one point. Before we moved up to where we are now, we used to get our Chinese food here at Great Wall. It's actually very good. Very good. Chinese food takeout. So a jaywalker is somebody in the United States, we call it somebody who walks across the street illegally, which is basically not using the crosswalk. Like, say if I were to do to cross the street right by Jolly Jordan over there, there's no crosswalk or lights or anything. That I would just be disrupting traffic. It's risky. So yeah. There's an example right there for you guys. You saw it happen live. So yeah. And if you were paying attention, which I'm sure all of you were, you just saw it happen live. So yeah, basically it's crossing the street without a crosswalk. Yes, that's correct. Epic Killer 1957. That's a cool name. Oh yeah, this Hamlet store is really cool, by the way, guys. I was in here a couple weeks ago. Oh, Dad's on the stream. Hi, Dad. So yeah, we're getting ready to end in a few minutes, but we're gonna ride an elevator before we end at Westchester House and Home. Yeah, 3 siblings. Oh, that's great. Big family, I see, but that's good. I find it funny, guys, how when I was explaining what a jaywalker is, you all saw it happen live. Lots of them, but I currently don't have a dash cam right now. So I haven't, that's why there hasn't been any videos. We couldn't get we tried to fix the other one, but we couldn't get it to work. But yeah, besides that, I've been seeing lots of bad drivers lately. Yeah. But yeah, if y'all want to see, if you miss the bad driver videos here, check out Aaron's channel. He actually has a separate channel for bad drivers. He makes a lot of them. So definitely check out Aaron's videos. Bad drivers at the Twin Cities. There's a lot of good ones there. I have a new dash cam now, but my old one didn't break. Oh, that's good at least. That's especially good to have as a backup, the old one. Quite a lot on the list, actually. Not sure. I'm probably going to get to go to Manitou when it gets warmer. But I'll probably make it out there sometime next year. Breakneck Ridge, too. We tried to go there this year, but it was too late. The station was already closed for the season. Yep, Twin Cities Metro Dashcam, and no problem for the promotion. Diesel Lucy, welcome to the stream. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. But yeah, we're getting ready to ride an elevator here at Westchester House and Home. Having a premiere in a minute. That's great. I'll definitely tune into it later on. Yes, this is Mount Kisco, New York at the moment. It's a little village in Westchester County. And this is one of the elevators I really like to ride. This one's an older Series 1. Well, actually, I like to consider it mid-range Series 1, like early 90s. So, yeah. This one's a pretty nice one. Thanks. Yeah, this store has some pretty nice furniture, and especially since they have some in the elevator, which is really interesting. Thanks for hopping on, Andrew. Have a great time. So yeah, here's your phone. I think we got time for one more ride. It seems that the cell service is good here. Yeah, I filmed this elevator many times in the before. It's a good running elevator. I first filmed this one in 2011 when the store opened. This used to be something else. And actually, when I first tried to ride in 2010, there was no one in the space, so we couldn't get in here. 2011 was when Westchester House at Home opened into the space. You're gonna go to Breakneck Ridge next. Awesome. Watch the elevator close up. All right, everybody. That's it for today's live stream. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We had a great time. We saw a couple of good trains, and we rode this elevator. It's been a long time since I last rode this one, too. So yeah, see you all later, and stay safe out there. Keep on rolling.